Hey, thanks for watching. I'm going to be playing a blue-white control deck on Magic Arena. This one's going to be a little bit different because it's quick constructed, which is a best-of-1 format, so there's no sideboarding. It's against 7 opponents, but I'm going to go through the deck real quick that I'm going to be using now. So the key to this deck is that the primary win condition is Approach of the Second Sun. So on the second cast of it, then you end up winning the game. So against most of our opponents, unless there's some sort of counterspell deck, this is going to be our primary win condition. We do have a backup win condition in Teferi, where he can basically you get an emblem, you try to emblem them, and then you can exile all their permanents, and then you just sit there and you can never mill out as long as they can't negate him or mess up the trigger of the -3 there. He can actually put himself back on top of the library infinitely, and then you can mill out your opponent. So that's a backup version. Or a backup win condition there. And a lot of times what happens is that the win condition is really just that the opponent is done, they realize that they're beat, and then they just scoop. In this best-of-1 format, that happens less often, though. Alright, so how do we get there? First we got to protect ourselves, so we have some seal-aways, all 4 of them. They can catch any tapped creature, and it's got flash. Cast Out is very similar to Seal Away, but it can handle any non-land permanent, and also gives you that the advantage of being able to cycle it if it's not what you need. So this can catch. Usually, Seal Away is good for the creatures, but Cast Out might catch a creature that has Vigilance, or a lot of times it's used on things like Planeswalkers or random artifacts or enchantments that are hard to deal with. Or just another big creature. Then you have your board wipes. You have Settle the Wreckage. It's an instant speed 4 cost, but it only catches the ones that are attacking at the time. But it's great that it's 4 cost and it's instant speed. And then you also have Fumigates, and we've got 2 of those, and it destroys all the creatures, and then you gain 1 life for each creature that is destroyed this way, so that can kind of get you some of that life back in something like your red matchup where your life is going to matter. So overall we have 5 board wipes, and we have 7 removal spells like that. And then in addition to our removal spells, we have our counters, and so we've went with 2 creature counter spells in Essence Scatter, and 2 negates. So those are all 4 of those are hard counters for each of their respective things. So negate's going to catch everything that Essence Scatter can't, including your planeswalkers and stuff like that. Then disallow is just hard counters, and then also you can stifle some of their effects. Maybe if they go to ultimate a planeswalker, you can stifle that effect or something. Maybe stifle a Bomat career trigger things. But normally I'd say 95% of the time it's just a cancel. And then we have Supreme Will, and Supreme Will is a nice card where the first half is kind of like a mana leak. Basically, you're going to counter their spell unless they pay 3 extra. But then as the late game, where mana leak normally gets bad, then this thing can switch over and it becomes like an Anticipate. So you can look at the top 4 cards of your library, put 1 in the hand, and then put the rest on the bottom. So it allows you to dig 4 deep for whatever spell you might need at that point in the game. So that one kind of transitions over. It starts as a counter spell, but then it transitions over into some card advantage and card filtering, and that's where our next piece is. Here we have 2 Search for Iskantas that helps us filter through our deck, and then if you end up flipping it over, then it of course becomes card advantage in the Iskanta's the Sunken Ruin. And then we have Glimmer of Genius, which is it's a 4-mana card advantage spell that allows you to dig 4 deep, which is really nice. And then, because we are doing the best-of-1 format on Arena, no sideboards, I've added my own tech here, and we have Nezahal, the Primal Tide, and this thing is a mirror breaker in control, and anybody who's playing one of those Nexus of Fate fog decks, things like that, this is basically just our out to that. So normally this would be in a sideboard, but since it's best-of-1, we're just going to put it here. And the amazing thing is I haven't come up to anyone on Arena yet who's putting this, who's playing this in their main deck, so this is kind of nice. And then here's our lands that we have. We have 8 of them that tap for blue or white. Of course, those irrigated farmlands can be cycled late in the game if you don't need them. And then you got some islands and some plains. Memorial to Genius is nice. It unfortunately comes in tapped, but then later in the game you can sacrifice it and pay 5 other ones to draw 2 cards, which is really nice. Field of Ruin, that one of course blows up maybe an Iskanta on the other side, or any other problematic land that they might have, but it also can become filtering if they have a non-land, or I mean a non-basic land on their side of the table, and you're hurting for like blue mana or something. You can tap 2 and sacrifice it and go get your blue mana. And then we have Arch of Auras. I don't know how to say it, but you have that Arch card, and if you've got 10 more permanents on the battlefield, which we normally do between our enchantment-based removal and all of our lands, but if you have 10 or more, then you get the City's Blessing, and then for the rest of the game, you can, as long as this is out, I suppose, you can tap it and draw and pay 5 to draw a card. So that's just even more mana advantage there. So with that said, this is blue-white control in Magic Arena, and we're going to do quick constructed, the best of 1 format. And here comes the games. Alright, here we go. We're going to do quick constructed with our blue-white control deck here in Standard on Arena. Now this is a best of 1 format, so there's no sideboarding here. And the hope is that we get 7 wins before we get our 3 losses. We'll see how we do. Alright, game 1. Alright, so the opponent's going first. This is a control-y hand. We don't really have any sort of way to interact with creatures, especially not having the white for the Settle the Wreckage. Supreme Will could help that. It really depends what we're going against. I think I'm going to keep it anyway. Alright, Island. That's this might be a good keep here. Alright, so I'm going to lead out with Island. Okay. So they're blue, but they're a blue creature deck. Alright, we'll see how this is. Put our blue-white. We're doing that just in case we can end up getting Settle the Wreckage later. Alright, we're going to negate this because that's just too much card draw. Hopefully they don't have another one. You swing in, we're down to 19. Alright, another Settle. Not as helpful, but having the Supreme Will up should be good. If nothing else, we can look for a Plains or something, or maybe if they have a big threat, we can counter it. Trickster, I'm not thinking that's a very big threat. So we're going to be going down to 16. Alright. no follow-up, so we're going to Supreme Will. We're going to try to find some white mana here. And we found our white mana. Now the opponent must have some sort of instant or flash spell because it's hanging back here. Alright, this gives us the option of either just taking out one threat or doing a settle if we need to. So if they flash something in at the end of the turn, some sort of creature, will probably go with settle. If not, we might just take another 3 damage. Alright, I think we're just going to take the 3, unless they enchant it or something. Because this will allow us to, we can either cast out their next threat, or we can Glimmer of Genius at the end of the turn, which looks like that's what we're going to do. Essence Scatter seems good. And let's see, we have another land. I think I'm going to pass on the land, but I'll keep the Essence Scatter. This way, when we drop our Teferi, we'll have an Essence Scatter available. Fumigate's nice too. Alright, so I have the choice of Teferi or Fumigate. If I Teferi and I plus, he'll be up to 5. He takes 3 on combat, assuming they don't flash something in. If they flash it in before I can Essence Scatter it, then Teferi could die. The alternative is I could Fumigate or just hold up Settle. I think I'm just going to Fumigate here. Is he going to save one of his guys, maybe? Yep, okay. That's fine with me. Surprised he didn't save the Trickster and flash it back in. Oh, that's because he already had one. Okay. Got it. Same position we were just in. Now they're stuck at 3 lands. That's kind of nice. Take the 2. Alright, this time we're just going to go Teferi.
Let's slow this down. We need to move quickly.
Nice. We'll untap those 2, and now we have Essence Scatter up if we need it. Next turn we can Fumigate, so hopefully our Teferi lives to next turn. So far, so good. Alright, Teferi takes 3, that's fine. Alright, cannot Essence Scatter that. They're going to get some energy, and we don't care about the lifelink. The crew one's pretty interesting, but alright. So that's going to get around our Fumigate, so maybe we'll just hold up Settle instead. Especially with the crew one, they could just drop something to crew it anyway. We're going to plus Teferi before dropping our land, just in case we get another Glacial Fortress. think we're gonna... If we play Glimmer during this main phase, we can then untap 2 and have 4 available for Settle the Wreckage. But then we'll have to discard some cards. If we Fumigate... Here we go. If we Fumigate, we can blow up all their stuff, and then we can Essence Scatter whatever they try to bring down the next turn to crew for this. So I think we're going to do that. Or disallow, I guess we could do too. Well, that's annoying. We're gonna just Essence Scatter. Hopefully they don't have a follow-up. And they do. Alright. Teferi down. They're gaining their life, sure.
Time for plan B enough.
Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and cycle this cast out. Alright, very nice. So Teferi, we could Teferi and plus, or we could Teferi and tuck this thing. And then Teferi just takes the 1. If we Teferi and tuck, they're probably just going to counter that, so we don't want to do it. Targets you or a creature you control, so actually they can't crew that, so maybe that's what we'll do.
I know my responsibility. I'm not ready for this quite yet.
Oh. Okay, I just realized that was a bad play, because now they're just gonna kill my Teferi. Alright, mistakes were made. That's alright. Oh, that's incentive for them to actually attack me and not the player, but that's alright. Okay. Yeah, that was a huge mistake, but I still think we'll do alright. We have enough mana to both settle and glimmer this turn. Will he sacrifice his own dude? If so, that's fine with me. Okay, Wizards Retort. Well, sure, we're gonna probably disallow that. Opponent's really stumbling on mana. That's probably the only reason why we don't have so much pressure on us. Go to the graveyard. Alright. Well, that's nice. We're one permanent away from having the City's Blessing, so that's good. During his combat, I think I'm gonna Glimmer, see if we can find something to seal it away or something like that. I'm not gonna burn a cast out on that, I don't think. I'll keep the cast out, but I'm not gonna burn it here. Nice, alright. Alright, we're gonna Glimmer again. Yeah, we'll take one of these. Maybe this time I'll do a little better for him. Alright, I like how this is going now. So we're gonna Glacial Fortress. Now we have the Blessing, good. Teferi. We're gonna go ahead and plus him. I think that's it. I'm not worried about this one, so alright. Supreme Will can still be relevant since they're stumbling on their mana. Enter the battlefield. Return target creature opponent controls to its owner's hand. Well, sure. Alright, so he's probably going to swing at Teferi for 1. And that's... I think that's fine here. I'm considering casting it out. But honestly, I don't even think I care about the 1.
I won't let you win.
Alright, we're gonna go ahead and use this this thing here. Seal away, awesome. Alright, so if I plus him and I put this into play tapped and cycle it cast out, or actually I'll plus him and just cycle this irrigated farmland, then that'll give me the 2 that I can untap, so we're gonna do that.
Keep up the pace.
I really like these cycling, being able to do this on the main phase and untap the 2, otherwise I just end up wasting 2 mana. That'll work. Alright, so we got 7 cards. Alright. Alright, they're going to try to attack it to Teferi. Both of them. I think I'm going to seal away the Exclusion Mage here. Hopefully he pops off his Siren thing in response. So we'll seal that guy away. Is he gonna pop the Siren? Yes, he will. So now I'm going to respond by just casting that out. Trickster. We're gonna get some value out of our Supreme Will here. I think they probably did that main phase. They might have some sort of enchantment to enchant to it. I have no idea.
Hold that thought.
Alright, we're gonna Glimmer during our phase. That way we can untap 2 of the lands. Oh, yeah, there we go. Field of Ruin we don't need. Seal Away seems decent. We have Settle for lots of creatures. We could keep the Seal Away for 1 creature. That's fine with me. And Essence Scatter's nice too.
Let's skip to the good part.
Same thing as before, we're going to go cycle this to make use of our mana. Nice. We're just going to hold that and go to the end of the turn. Let's see, maybe. So we do 2. We have 1, 2, 5, 6, 9. We have 10 mana open. That would leave us able to disallow something, and then we'd untap 2 more. I think I'm just going to go ahead and go for this. Make sure it's leaving me enough mana to actually disallow if I need to. And it is. And if they counter it, it's not the end of the world, I think. If they counter twice, that is. Play land and untap 2. Alright.
No time for a break.
5 cards before we get to that. Because it was the 7th, we drew for turn, we drew from him, so 5. This makes 4. This is 3. Alright. As Kanto will get us there, I think. We're gonna draw here. So now we'll probably burn the next card, and then as Kanto will be on top, or we can just draw it with Teferi, either way. Yeah, graveyard. Sure.
Let's skip to the good part.
Alright, there it is. 1 of 7. Alright, I'm going first this time. What do we have? Well, we can't play or disallow. Yet another slow hand. Fumigate could catch us back up. To Fury as well. Get one more land, and then we can Glimmer, but we'd be taking a lot at the beginning. I think I'm in Mulligan. Ooh, this is terrible. Alright, looks like we're going to 5. I can't keep a 1-lander, and it's not even blue. It's too bad, too, because if we could get to search, then we could probably scry our way to it and seal away. All we'd need to do is grab 1 land, but the fact that we're going first means that we'd only have 1 look at it, so we're going to go ahead and mulligan again. Oh my goodness. Guess we just lose this one. There, we'll keep it, sure. Putting this to the bottom. Alright, here we go. Oh shit, what am I doing? There we go. Hard to cycle when you don't have the mana to do it. Alright. Ooh, that's good. That will be handy. Hopefully they don't blow it up right off the bat. Against green. Come on, we can do this. They didn't have a mana elf first turn, so that's good. Alright, 2 dudes? Yeah, that's fine. Disallow. I actually kind of want to keep that. Yeah, we're going to keep it. At least it's some sort of interaction. So they're probably playing that deck that pumps up their saprolings. Or at least that creature. So let's see what they follow up with here. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. Alright. This... Well, I feel like I want to keep it because we got to make our way to Teferi. So, we're going to keep it. I know I should be aggressively putting things in the graveyard, but I feel like we're not under too much pressure here. Mana Elf. With my Azcanta, I pretty much have to find a land next turn. That's my goal anyway. An untapped land. Alright, make some all mana dorks. 2 turns in a row. And then pump some indestructibles and vigilance. Alright, we're going to burn that. Well, better than most of the cards that I could have drawn there, so that's fine. Alright, that's cool. Kicked. Creating a bunch of tokens, that's fine. So with that in mind, with next turn, even if I get my land, I'm probably not going to just slam Teferi. Well, there's my land. Yeah, we're going to hope to get some good value out of this settle. Oh, jeez. Alright, so they're going to pump him up. Hopefully they go for an Alpha Strike here. And they did. Nope, they don't. Alright, they're gonna hold one back. They get a bunch of land. That probably will help them depending on their deck. Alright, I have no idea what that is. Ooh. Jeez. Okay, well, that's interesting. We're gonna graveyard this. So next turn, if I play Teferi, then he's just gonna die anyway. So I don't want to do that. Oh, I don't know what our plan is here. We might just lose this one. Four in the graveyard. Alright. So I think we're just gonna Glimmer at the end of the turn. Hopefully they just swing for 5. Alright, negate not real good here. I'm looking for, I think, some sort of a board wipe. Do we get to see what they exiled? Do I want to Teferi? No. Alright, what are we up to? 6? Alright, so if I play this land, that puts us at 6. If we Teferi'd and plussed, we'd only have 3 open. So we're going to continue waiting until we can Teferi and settle in the same set. Or, if they just Alpha Strike here, then we'll just sweep up their dudes. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And we still have Essence Scatter if we need. That's kind of nice. Sure. Wow. That's pretty brutal. Jeez. Alright, I guess I've never seen that before. Graveyard. Transform. Alright. Well, we kind of need a board wipe. We can okay, so I'm gonna lay my land down and we'll look. We can Azcanta, and then we'd have 4 open. Maybe we do that. If we Teferi, we can Teferi plus draw a card and possibly hit it. If we did, let's see, that's 5, and we'd have 5 open. But I feel like we get to dig deeper with the Azcanta, so we're just gonna go ahead and do that. Well, I think we lose. Seal Away can buy us a turn, I suppose. Alright. Alright, Seal Away an elf. Is he gonna counter it? That Chaos Wand is awesome. Yeah, do that. Alright, we're going to get rid of their elf. So that buys us one more turn here. Oh, yes, that's what I'm talking about. Alright. We're doing that. No, not to Fury, we're fumigating here. And we still have Essence Scatter up, that's nice. I don't think I'm gonna Essence Scatter that. Manages the battlefield. Exile target non-land permanent. An opponent controls until that. Okay, so they'd be looking at getting another elf back with Seal Away. Yeah, that's fine. Alright. I'm considering doing it to... oh, you know what? Maybe I'll cast out. Do I have enough mana for this? If I do... no, it can't do both. So I can Teferi and try it. Basically, he's going to Chaos Wand in response, but I need to get rid of that thing. So I think I'm going to try cast out here. Alright, is he gonna counter? Oh, okay, that's fine. I mean, that's good for him, but that does mean that we're getting rid of the Chaos Wand. Alright, that leaves us with one as Kanta activation, which is pretty good. We're just barely hanging on here. What's he got? He was able to dig through 4 cards, so we'll see. Swinging for 2, yep. Alright, let's see what Kanta has for us. Cast out, Glimmer, or Disallow. Well, we're kind of running low on cards. Glimmer looks pretty nice. Being able to disallow something would be good, but I think I gotta take the Glimmer here. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and lay this down, and we can Teferi.
If you show remorse, I'll show restraint. No time for a break.
Alright, Supreme Will is basically useless here. I mean, the bottom half is relevant, but not for a counter. Alright. The nice thing is, I think... oh, wait. Am I dead? Okay, I'm gonna have to Glimmer and hope I find something for that. I just realized that that I'm looking at lethal on board. Great. Alright, so if I do 3 for Supreme Will, or as Kanta for 4, I'm basically looking, I can only get a Seal Away. Oh man, okay. I can Glimmer and look at 4 cards. I can do that, look at 4 cards. Or I could Supreme Will and look at... but I don't have any 3 mana cost things that's going to get rid of him anyway, so I guess we're going to see what happens here. Ugh. Maybe they'll think I have the settle. We're gonna essence scatter that. But anyway, yeah, so we're dead. Unless they think I have the settle. Well, that was that. Alright. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that video. I'm sure I did some major screw-ups there. That seems sloppy. But, alright, so we take our first loss. We're 1-1 now. That was a weird deck. I just didn't know what I was playing against. But, it was interesting. I really like that, that Chaos card. Alright, we go first. And we have 4 lands, disallow, Supreme Will, and Teferi. I'm gonna keep it. It's slightly slow, but we go first, so it's actually not that bad. I like to open on planes just in case they play differently. If we play blue one, they might think we're a little slower. That's just my preference. Bomat Courier, sure. Alright. So before they empty their hand or get close to it, we need to be able to deal with Bomat Courier. Alright, now our counters are online, which is nice. We could hold disallow up and disallow their Bomat trigger. Now I kind of feel like that's what we're gonna do here. Resolve that, because it looks like they're trying to get empty-handed just in case. Alright, so they have 3 under Bomat. I think I don't mind doing the Supreme Will here and looking for some action. If they trade their 2 for the 3, I think I'm okay with that. Huh. Do we need land? No, we don't need any land. Alright, so I think we're going to take the Essence Scatter. Yeah, we'll take that. Ooh, settle is nice here. Unfortunately, I can't settle and do the Bomat and disallow the Bomat trigger, so I think I'm gonna hold up disallow and not settle this turn. It's gonna be risky if they have burn in hand, but are they gonna shock me? Oh, Wizard's Lightning, 3 damage. Okay, so that would take me down to 5. Those dudes are gonna attack for 4, so I'd be down to 1. Well, let's see what happens. Alright, 1 card isn't burnt. Okay, enters the battlefield, deals 2 damage to target player or planeswalker. Alright, so now we know that they're gonna try to do the Bomat thing. So they're gonna, okay, that takes us down to 3, and they're gonna swing. Oh man, it's actually kind of bad. Okay, we I think we have to settle. Oh, Essence Scatter. Can't Essence Scatter and disallow. If we do that, we take it down to 1. They just do their Bomat thing. All right. Alright. So they're out of action, but they're about to have a bunch. Unless they wait until I refill until I untap. But I think if they're any good at this game, they'll go ahead and do it right now. Come on, let me untap. Let me untap. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. Well. Did it matter? I forgot. It doesn't even matter anyway. We have to settle it. We have to settle up, and they're going to get a handful. They're probably going to have something, so. Alright. We are likely going to lose right here. So we'll just settle in response to the Bomat getting an extra card. And, but yeah, if they've drawn any burn, we're dead. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're dead anyway. Alright, red's a hard matchup, so that's fine. But that puts us at 2 losses. Can we win out all the way to 7? We'll find out. The way I'm playing, probably not. Alright, we're on the draw here. Yet another slow hand. Fumigate, catch us back up. I feel like I'm saying this every single time though. I'm gonna keep it. Ugh. Alright. Green. Elves, sure. Seal away is nice. Alright. All the mana dorks. Settle. Man, these are good. Considering sealing away the elf right now, I think I'm going to. Alright. Jeez, okay. Alright, so we're gonna take a hit here. And then we will hold up settle. Oh, great. Whew. Alright. Well, that's 10 damage. Okay, 9. So we're down to 10. Oh, my math is bad. Alright, we're up to 8. Here we go. So we're going to hold up settle. And then Fumigate will be our backup next turn.
The land fights for us.
Alright. If they don't have a good follow-up here, we're going to have to Fury Minus on Nissa.
Trust me, you'll thank me later. If you need to take the time
Let's see if we're back in this or not. Looks like it. We're gonna go ahead and plus Teferi first before our land.
I'm not done yet.
We'll play the plans. At the end of the turn, we have Glimmer. Enters the battlefield. Pay some. If you can't, wait. Oh, okay, that's weird. Sure. Sure. It's a lot of work for one card. I could see how it'd be great if you had some energy, though. Alright, they are empty-handed now.
Hold that thought.
The land shall conquer you. Harness the elements.
Alright, so do we even care about Nissa? Because I could minus on her and then play another Teferi. Oh yeah, we do, because they could just ultimate. So yeah, we do care.
You need to slow down. This isn't a fight you can win. Keep up the pace.
We're gonna go ahead and play this, well, I guess it doesn't matter. So we're going to play this one tapped. We're gonna untap 2 and we'll have Glimmer Genius to do. And because of the position we're in, I'm actually just going to, well, I'm considering whether I want to attack or block, or I mean, or save it back as a blocker. Have I seen any hasty creatures? I don't think so. I'm gonna go ahead and swing. Alright. There we go. Approach here, but we don't really need it.
We need to move quickly.
Oh, those are nice back to back, sure. We're gonna go ahead and play 1. That way I have something to untap. And we're just gonna swing. Alright. That was extremely close, but we ended up getting there, and now we're 2-2. Working our way up to that 7-2. We just, we front load our losses. That way, then we can end on a high note. D-Maple. Alright, we're going first. 2 lands. We can cycle a cast out if we need. I like that we have negate, a possible Supreme Will if we draw another card. I think we're going to keep this. I'm going to lead on the planes, that way I can cycle cast out depending on who we're up against, because I see this blue emblem, this blue Jace icon here. It means we could be up against control, so we'll see. If so, having the negate right out of the right off the bat would be nice. Alright, good. I like playing against creatures better than control anyway. At the beginning of combat, control that, sure. Because of that, we are going to go ahead and cycle this. We need some lands, so there we go. There we go. Alright, so I could play Irrigated tapped if I think that he won't play a non-creature spell next turn. So I think that's a bet I'm willing to take here. Time to find out if I'm wrong. Alright. So we are against cats. Gets +2/+2. Well, I wonder how many they might have an Ajani that I might need to negate, so I'll probably keep this. Let's see, that's 5. We'd go down to 14. We got Settle next turn. I'm inclined to just let them have it, just in case we can save our negate for a Planeswalker. Let me go ahead and use this Supreme Will though. I have 1 land. I'm going to go ahead and grab another land. Alright. So now we'll have Settle up if I want to use it, or I can use Glimmer. I'll probably want to use it if they attack with both, that way we can have a clear field for Teferi. Alright, that's a good sign because that's less than that they'll be playing after combat, so we'll go ahead and settle here. So now they only have 2 mana available to them. That means it probably won't be too challenging for my Teferi. Good. Alright. Land, Teferi. Plus the Teferi.
Hurry!
Untap. Nice. Tries to get rid of my Teferi. Well, that's why we keep this negates, isn't it?
Let's skip to the good part.
Alright. Can't fall into the trap of having to untap their mana. Attack. So, should I play a Glimmer? If I tap 4, that leaves me 2 untapped, and then later I'll have 4. So yeah, we'll go ahead and play the Glimmer here. We'll keep Disallow, throw away the Ruins. There we go. Now we're pretty much set up for any threat that they pose. Create a knight. Sure. Because we do have Fumigate. Alright, we're going to Glimmer. Seal Away is nice, but I kind of want I want to settle, I think. Well, alright. Makes me more inclined to Fumigate on just these 2 creatures here.
You know what? I'm not done yet.
Alright, if I Fumigate, it's going to take the 5 here, and then I untap 2. If I do a non-tapped land, I'll have 4 open, but if I tap it, then I'll have 3 open, so I'm just going to do a non-tapped here. I don't really care about that. If we needed to, we could cast it out, but I don't think it's that big of a threat. During my turn, we're going to cycle this. Or during his turn, I suppose.
Hold that thought.
I'm doing this during my step so that we can untap those lands. Alright, so we're going to Glimmer at the end of their turn. Our plan will be to ultimate Teferi and then play another Teferi. Alternatively, we can hold those up and get rid of a bunch of their stuff once we have the emblem. So 5 for Teferi, 3. Okay, yeah, I'm actually not gonna play it here. Hey, another Teferi. Alright, so we're gonna ultimate here.
will phase you out of the time stream.
Land for turn. Teferi.
Right on schedule. No time for a break.
Draw, exile their dude. In response, we'll Glimmer, get rid of their dead guys.
Hurry!
Looks like the opponent's probably going to make me take my time here. That's always nice whenever they're beaten, and then they like to just drag on the clock. Alright, here we go. At this point, we're at the formality stage. Yeah. I really need to remember to play this Memorial Genius so I can get rid of two of his things. Get some value out of it. Alright, opponent's gonna waste some more of our time. I'll remind him that it's his go. So after rotation, this looks like this is going to be my cast out replacement. I guess Ixalan's Binding, I can't remember if, I think that'll actually be legal, so I guess that just is an upgrade to this, so never mind. Ixalan's Binding, that'll be it. There we go. Salty Opponent finally is done. So now we're at 3-2. Alright. Here we go. Tanyak. Okay. Mono white. If we're up against a creature deck, this is good. And so I'm gonna keep it. Gonna be honest, I'm basing that purely on their avatar. They could have gotten me here. Alright, they mulligan down to 6, put one on the bottom. Here we go. Let's see what they're playing. Drum roll, please. Okay. Don't know if that's going to be a creature based. Alright. Well, if we ever get a blue mana, we can get a Search for Azcanta. Oh, hey. Field of Ruin will get us a blue mana, so that's good. In the meantime, they'll think they're playing against mono white. I don't know if this is maybe Wizards. Man, are they going to be surprised when they see a blue mana pop up. Alright, are they going to miss their land drop? If they're missing land drop, I don't know if I want to do this. Yeah, we're going to. Alright, we need blue. There's our other blue, just on right on time. We're gonna search for Azcanta, play that one tapped. Alright, we'll take it. I'm assuming they didn't draw their land. Alright, we're up to 4. We got our gold back. Got some 3 cards. Can we get to 7? We'll find out. Alright, 3 lands, lots of colors, search for his contact, glimmer. I don't like the approach in the opening hand, so this is essentially a mulligan to 6, but I will keep what we've got. We're going to lead on the irrigated farmland since it comes in tapped unconditionally. I expect a forest. Am I right? Pretty much. I'll count that as right. Alright, we're gonna Esconta here. Could this be an indication of the fog deck? Well, so far these are kind of an indication of that. If so, we're keeping this because this is our mirror breaker, whatever you want to call it. That is what this card is here for. Mostly for the no maximum hand size, and whenever they cast a non-creature spell, I draw a card. That's most of it in this one specifically, since they can just fog. But my hope is that I can counterspell their fogs, and I only need to connect like three or four times, depending how much life gain they get. We'll take all the lands we can get right now. Land drops are are better than our average draw here, so because we don't want to be drawing a bunch of removal and things, so I'm gonna keep most of the lands that I see off search normally. At the end of their turn, we can glimmer. My hope is that they start getting rid of some of their fogs with their charter courses, and if they get rid of them, then we're likely to be able to hit them without any resistance. Let's see, search is going to go to the bottom, Supreme Will. I'm going to bottom that as well. They're going to have basically infinite land pretty soon. Like I said, I like to keep my lands in these matchups. He's tapped out, so I'm gonna just go straight for Teferi. I don't think they normally main board much, besides maybe a that conditional counter that I just bottomed, but just in case.
We need to move quickly.
So now we're shields down, but I don't think they can take much advantage of it. One, two, three, four, five. Teferi, I guess, takes advantage of it, doesn't it? Yeah, that's right. Alright, they're gonna tuck my Teferi. If so, they're gonna... Theirs is getting tucked too. Sure. Just the battle of Teferis, but I have 3 in my hand. I'm gonna cycle my... am I? 3, 4... No, I'm actually not going to. I think I want that land. We do not want that. Alright. Question is, do I want this tapped? I'm going to just bottom their thing anyway, so I'm going to be all tapped out. That's fine.
Sorry I'm late. Reverse.
I don't need an extra Teferi.
Keep up the pace.
Alright, he's, I mean, it can't be countered anyway. He's all tapped. I'm going for this thing here. Or do I need to leave up a counter spell, maybe? Let's see, they have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they have 8. If they take an extra turn, I don't know if it really does anything. But what I'm considering is wait till next turn, then I can play my planes, and with Teferi's untap thing, I can do this and then also have disallow up. So I'm gonna do that. As much as it pains me to wait another turn. Oh, well, I guess I have to untap theirs. Can he take advantage of that? Well, yeah, he did. Alright, that's fine. Mistakes are always made. Alright. Nexus of Fate. I am glad we left this open. Oh, it's on a non-basic? Yeah, we're gonna blow that one up. So that's why you normally put that enchantment on a basic. That way people can't feel to ruin it. I'm at the point where I do probably just want some action, so I'm going to graveyard that.
Hold that thought.
So now we pay 7, we leave 1 untapped. When we go to the end step, we'll have 2 more untapped, so we'll have disallow up. Give the opponent a second to read this. The great thing is if he's fogging, then I'm still drawing cards. Cycles the fog, sure. I draw a card. I'm fine with him having that. He can flip it next turn. Oh yeah, this is why this guy is good in this. Two to the bottom. That's a good sign for us. Chart of course. Yeah, we're just drawing everything, aren't we? Alright, on my turn, I'm going to, because they're all tapped out, I'm going to cycle this. Yeah, it goes to the graveyard. We'll transform it. Actually, I think I'm going to put their Azcanta on the bottom. That way they can't flip it. That's mean.
I know my responsibility.
Oh, I guess I should have ticked it up, but that's alright.
Stop that. Now.
This time I'll take it. I have to be careful of like not drawing my entire library here. That's why I'm kind of hesitant to do this all the time. We basically have them with this, but we're drawing so many cards that I don't want to accidentally mill myself out. Nexus of Fate. He has 2 mana open, so we're gonna Supreme Will it and get some value. We'll go ahead and get a card. Because now I think it's over. I think we have enough counters where he can't reliably fog.
No time for a break.
Oh, forgot to tap my lands, didn't I? Well, is he going to take advantage again? Maybe, but I think we basically have this one. Teferi, they got 4 mana open. I'm going to disallow here. And then if they have a follow-up, we can just Supreme Will that.
That didn't pan out.
Alright, there it is. The complete annihilation of Nexus of Fate. Bug for life. Alright, 4 lands, lots of good colors, disallows, glimmers. Now we are on the draw, so it's a little slow. We can, depending on the deck, we can cycle cast out, so we're going to keep. Lead with planes like I like to do, for the cycling of cast out, but also to not to let them know that we're control until the last minute. But I don't do that past turn 2 because I just don't get the value out of it, so I like this. That way on turn 3 I can have disallow up. So we have to on turn 2 play a blue source if we can. Alright, so we're playing against zombies. I have nothing against that, so we'll go. Bit of a slow start from zombies, so that's good for us. We'll try to take advantage of that if we can. Considering cycling cast out here, and I think I'm going to. Alright. Settle's good. I won't be settling just one creature, but it'll be good in the future. So I'll likely just be glimmering at the end of his turn. Zombies get bigger and make some zombies. Well, I think I'm going to negate that. Have another glimmer at the end of turn. Oh yeah, because I negated. So I'll have a glimmer at the end of this turn if he doesn't play something more necessary. The zombies get bigger. All zombies gain menace. That is fine. Same thing. Sure. Could I go for the approach win here? I probably could. I'm settling next turn. If I settle, how many cards does he have? Just 2. If I settle, then he's basically out of gas. I think I'm going to keep that. Hopefully he doesn't just strip it from my hand, but if he does, I'll just find something else to do. As far as cast out goes, I'm going to keep it. Alright, my turn. So this is going to be land number 6. We're going to settle here if he swings into it. If he swings with 2 of 3, I'm still going to settle. There we go. Alright, hopefully not too nasty of a follow-up. want to cast a spell, put a -1/-1 on it. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, remove all of them. Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. Well, that's fine. So here we're just going to be doing approach. Go back up to 19 here. Liliana. Luckily we have a cast out.
Good news. I prefer friends in low places.
Alright. 6th card is now as Kanta. No, not as Kanta, sorry. Approach. Alright. This land will put me at 8 lands. I can cast out and glimmer at the end of their turn. I'm going to cast out during my turn, but I can glimmer during theirs if there's nothing to disallow. I'll be taking 9 damage. Which is kind of scary. And if they have a lord, if you know, in their next couple cards, if they have a lord, then I'd be taking up to 12 damage. But I'm still staying alive, so I think that's going to be how I do it. Glimmer, hopefully we'll be finding a board wipe. Now I'm down to just taking 8 damage. So down to 7 here. If they don't have a good follow-up, we're going to glimmer. And we're hoping for some sort of a board wipe. That's not a board wipe. Ooh. Well, crap. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 8 damage. If I can play 2 spells, then we can get it down to only taking 6 damage. Oh man, I think I was one away. So you do that. That's 5. And that's only 3. Well, if I could, okay, here's what I could do. If I can figure out how to do it in this game. If I play my own thing and then I cancel my own thing or disallow my own thing. But I don't know how to do it. We're gonna do this. Disallow this. Oh, can I not? Oh man, did I screw up? Okay, alright. Okay. What a mess. Sorry, I had to go into full control. That was kind of messy here. Alright, so that puts us 1 damage shy. I have an Essence Scatter if they try to play that Baron, and I think we just got there. Wow, that was super close. Jeez. Alright, here we go. Can we get the 7th win, or are we going to get the 3rd loss? We're going to find out. It comes down to this. Alright, we're going first. What do we got? 2 Azkantas. That's not great, but and a Fumigate and a bunch of lands. Because of Azkanta, this to me is a keep. I'm probably going to be starting with Irrigated Farmland, even though that tells our opponent what we're on, but we're going to do that. The nice thing, interesting thing about Search, since it's legendary, you can actually play another one. If I've got nothing else going on, I might play the second one just to get another card in the graveyard. This hand is probably going to show us the power of Search for Azkanta. For better or for worse, we'll see. Red. Okay. No first turn thing, that's great. Cast Out is a redraw at worst, and a removal spell at best if we need it. Let's see. 1 card in the graveyard. If I do a search here and throw the other search in the graveyard, is that too obvious that I have nothing going on? Maybe, but I think it's worth it. Can rush up to my 5 lands, I'll have Fumigate, which is kind of nice. Azkanta should help me stay in this. I'm gonna need like a seal away for the scrap heat, or I guess I could just cast it out next turn. Just maybe where we're going here. Opponent's in the tank, thinking about something. Thinking about what tool to beat me over the head with. Alright, here we go. Oh wow, he got just timed out of his turn. Shit. Oh, I wonder if he's even there. I saw his cursor moving around his stuff, so like I think he's still there, but I'm gonna guess that he had to go to the door. Maybe he's got an Amazon package at the door, or pizza or something. Alright, do we want Supreme Will? Yeah, I'll take that, sure. This means that I can watch for their next threat if they come back and decide to play the game. I can either Supreme Will something that they play, or I can cast out their Scrap Heap at the end. I'm still going to go ahead and let them hit me with it once, but at the end of their turn I'll do it. That way I can assess what they've got. But they might have just left. My 2 Search for Azcanta in a row play was too menacing for them. There it is, I guess. Sure, we'll take it. That was kind of an anticlimactic end. But either way, we got there. 7-2 overall, and we got those 2 losses back here. I think it was like around 1 win somewhere back here. So that's a pretty good string of good luck we had. Let's see what we earned. Ooh, 2 mythic rares. So we'll start with this one. Sift, nice. Could you replace Glimmer in my post-rotation game? Alright. Bond 2. Nice. Woo! That's pretty cool. Alright, well, that wraps it up for this one. I hope to see you next time.